Do you have a pair of old canvas shoes that are on their way to the thrift store or the landfill? Well, don't get rid of those shoes just yet. I'm going to show you how to transform your old canvas shoes into stylish canvas shoes. So the tools you're going to need for this project include some metallic acrylic paint. I'm using the color copper. You will also need some liquid gilding. Again, I'm using copper. You will need a sealer. I use the gloss varnish, but the Mod Podge is cheaper and is easier to work with. You will need some protective gloves, some cheap brushes. Do not use your good brushes, although they look better than your cheap brushes. And you will need a pair of old canvas shoes or a pair of new cheap canvas shoes if you feel so inclined. So let us begin. The first thing you need to do is remove the shoelaces and place them to the side. If you're using a pair of Chuck Taylors, go ahead and remove the label and place the label to the side. Give your shoes a good bath and allow them to dry thoroughly. With the power of the internet, your shoes are all clean and dry. Next, we're going to take a field trip outside because the liquid gilding is a bit strong. You don't want to inhale all those fumes. Protect your surface and protect your hands. Now we're going to take some of the metallic acrylic paint and we're going to apply a thin layer to the canvas part of the shoes. Now I find it easier to work with acrylic paint on a non-porous surface such as a plate or a tile because it's just easier to work with. Now you may have to use smaller brushes to get inside the nooks and crannies of the shoes. So once you have applied one coat of the acrylic paint, allow it to dry thoroughly. Next, you're going to take some of the liquid gilding and give it a good shake because this product likes to separate, and you're going to turn the shoe on its side. Now the liquid gilding is really thin. It's not like the acrylic paint, which is kind of thick, so this stuff will run. If it gets on the rubber part of the shoe, it is a beast to get off. So really take your time and use those small brushes to get into the crooks and nannies. No, the crooks and nannies. What is it called? The nooks and crannies. Goodness gracious. Okay, so once you have applied your coat of the liquid gilding, allow it to dry before you apply your second coat. And these are all the brushes that I use. And I used about 3/4 of the jar. I didn't think I was going to have enough. So allow your shoes to dry. Also, wash those shoelaces and allow those shoelaces to dry along with the shoes. And there is my kitty in the window. Now that your shoes have completely dry, you may notice that you got some of the liquid gilding on the metal part of the shoes. So just take something metal like a fingernail file and scrape it away. Next, we want to seal in the shoes to make them weather resistant. So I'm using some gloss varnish. Yes, this is what you use on paintings, but I wanted to use it to see how it was going to work, and I had great success. I would, however, suggest using the Mod Podge because it's cheaper and it's easier to work with. The gloss varnish, if you keep going over the surface too many times, it will become cloudy. So use the Mod Podge. Once you have applied one coat of the sealer, allow it to dry before you apply your second coat. And this is what it looks like. Aren't they lovely? So a few tips for you guys. If you're using the Chuck Taylors and you took off the label, just take some clear nylon thread and a needle and you're going to reattach it. So yes, I am using a paper clip to hold the label in place, and I'm starting the thread underneath the label so that it doesn't irritate your foot if you start it on the part that's going to be closer to your skin. And the good thing is there are already holes there, so you kind of know where you need to go. Now we want to hide the label, so make sure you work underneath the label. You guys saw what just happened. Okay, some things just easier to see than it is to explain. Once you have your label fixed onto your shoe, tie it behind the label. Underneath it, behind it. Yeah, y'all saw what just happened. Go ahead and apply those laces and boom, you are all done to go outside. I have been wearing these for about a month and a half or so, and they have held up nicely. So that is it for this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you missed my last tutorial, I'm going to link it here on the screen, as well as place a link down below in the description bar. If you or have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. I upload tutorials the first and third Wednesday of the month. Yay! So here's a preview of what I have coming for Halloween. So if you also have not seen the video from my main channel, go ahead and check it out. It's an outfit of the day, and I am showing some of the goodies that I've made here on this channel. So alright guys, if you decide to make something, make sure to use the hashtag GaudyIsGood so that I can find it on the internet. Alright, thank you so much for supporting, and I will see you guys the third Wednesday of the month. Alright, bye.